Hey guys, it's Magaz here. Today we are going to take a look at another pair of enhanced combat trousers as part of our Pants Party series, in which we compare Gucci looking combat trousers from the very cheapest to the top tier operator as fuck pantaloons we all know and love. So far we have taken a look at a number of Crye clones, all of which have been in the aesthetic of the Crye Gen 3 trouser. This time we are venturing a little further afield and taking a look at a pair of enhanced combat trousers that share some features with the Crye Gen 3 and take inspiration from other sources as well. The Wolf combat trouser from Pentagon Tactical. Wolf trousers are priced at around £115, which is significantly less expensive than a pair of Crye Precision trousers. They are still at a level of quality that would suit airsoft LARPers, military and law enforcement users. They're made from a 225 GSM 6535 polycotton two-way mechanical stretch ripstop fabric, which is Teflon treated to aid with repelling water. They are available in a wide range of solid colours and camouflage patterns, which include black, coyote, midnight blue, ranger green, wolf grey, grassman, Greek lizard and pentacamo. Before we jump into the finer details of the wolf trousers, let's address the elephant in the room. These trousers do not have any stretch panels. Where you would expect to find stretch panels on the Crye trousers, which is the rear below the waistband and the scrotal zone, there is instead the same fabric the trousers are constructed from. Pentagon do mention that the crotch area is a diamond for ease of movement and the seat is reinforced. Behind the knee pad pockets, however, does have some stretch fabric, but not in the same layer as the Crye style. This is because of the second elephant in the room, no external knee pads. The Wolf trousers do have a knee pad pocket, but instead of the over knee pads that make the Crye trousers iconic, Pentagon opted to go for a covert knee pad. The pocket has a Cordura face that helps reduce wear and is capable of holding many kinds of aftermarket knee pads, including your basic wraparound strap-ons, not that kind of strap-on. The knee pads can fit into the pockets and the straps can pass through small slits in the pocket to allow them to be fastened around the leg as they would be if you were wearing them externally. If you aren't wearing a strap-on, you can still use alternative knee pads and use the built-in cinches on the rear of the knee area to adjust the tightness of the trousers and hold the knee pad in the correct place. As you would expect, there are also height adjustment cords which allow you to raise the knee pad to suit your own fit, rather than being in the upper thigh pockets like Gen 3s or in the hand pockets like Gen 2s. Pentagon chose bright orange shock cord that is a little bit over the top in length. I decided in my personal pair to cut down the right hand cord, retie it and melt the edges to stop them fraying. I made this decision because I found that when I put my phone into that pocket, it was prone to becoming snagged in the shock cord and being sprung out of the pocket, which is not ideal. Now we've broken the seal on the pocket subject, let's go over all of the 12 pockets that these trousers have, starting from the top. As we've just mentioned, you have your standard hand warmer pockets. These, aside from the knee pad adjusters, are nothing to write home about, but they do feature reinforced areas for holding pens, knives or flashlights. A little further down is the condom pocket. These, as with all the rest of the pockets, are symmetrically matched. So what is on the left is also on the right. The condom pocket is similar to that little pocket watch pocket you would expect to find on a pair of Levi's jeans. I always call it a condom pocket because of that old Levi advert where the bloke goes to a store to buy some protection and stuffs it in that pocket, only to go and pick up his date later on and find out it's actually the store owner's daughter. It's totally awkward, but you know. Anyway, these pockets are lower than the hand warmer pockets and above the upper thigh pockets. They're great for small items like keys, or well, condoms I guess. Below these are the infamous upper thigh pockets. They're like the knee pad adjustments that you find in most G3s and G3 clones, and as a result are a snag-free pocket that is useful for a whole heap of different things. Next we have the two cargo pockets. These are without a doubt my favourite of all of the trousers I've looked at so far. They feature small lanyards internally for keys or accessories, a zip that runs down the front of the pocket for ease of access while seated, and two pouches inside each pocket that can be used to carry a Stanag magazine, tourniquet, rubber cock or anything you might need. If we head now to the bottom of the legs, we'll see the classic wankle pockets. These are nothing to write home about. They aren't as intrusive as some ankle pockets. Now if we flip the pants around and head all the way back up, you can see the rear pockets. Again, nothing too special, just simple pockets with simple flaps.
I'm a simple
Pocket
making his way through the
flap. Above these pockets, you will find the padded, quick drying waist lining and the reinforced belt loops around the front of the waistband are 2 cinches that allow you to tighten up the trousers to suit your fit. The trousers close with a snap button and a reverse standard button in the same safety orange color as the shock cord. I will point out that my button arrived very loose and would probably break off if I used it. For me, however, a belt and the pop fastener do the job just fine, so I've actually never used the orange button. The zip closure on the fly is the old classic YKK. The ankles have cinches to allow them to be tightened to suit your needs and also feature a small hook that extends out to grip onto your bootlaces. I have no use for these and have actually found them pretty deadly. If you rush putting the pants on with no socks and catch a toenail on that bad boy, it's not a pleasant feeling, I can assure you. So that covers all of the basic features of the Wolf trousers. Let's talk about how they hold up to daily use. I bought these trousers back in November of 2020 and have used them extensively as my go-to work trousers, in the airsoft field and when I'm just fannying about. I fixed a hole in a shed roof wearing them. Yeah, that's the same hole you will probably remember me fixing in the Viper Gen 2 video. I obviously didn't do a very good job and I had to fix it again. I also climbed a giant noodly tree to rescue a cat in them at one point, which was a lot of fun, and the trousers didn't hinder my level of motion at all and held up pretty well to me. Basically falling out of the tree on the way down with the cat sitting on my shoulders with all of its clothes sunk into all of my fleshy areas. I wear them almost every day, especially when I'm in the studio. They slowly became a central part of my work uniform. It's safe to say that at this point they have had a lot of use, and out of all of the trousers I've reviewed so far, I have the most experience with these. The only real issue I have had with these trousers is the crotch area. At one point, I somehow managed to split it very minorly right on the seam. I don't know how, but it happened. I broke out the sewing machine and fixed it super quick. It's no longer an issue. Because I can't say how I did this, not because the reason is redacted, I just have no idea how or when it happened. I can't really say if it's something that will happen eventually with every pair of Wolf trousers, or maybe I've just got too much going on down there and it was trying to escape. It's probably not that one. The pros though massively outweigh the cons. The fabric is very tough and durable. The cargo pockets, like I've already mentioned, are the best I've seen. And aesthetically, the trousers don't look as obviously tactical as fuck as other G3 style trousers. If you didn't know better, you might just mistake them for work trousers, which, given my main use for them, is ideal. So let's recap what we've looked at so far and where everything sits on the crap to Gucci scale. We start off with Wish.com, obviously at the lowest of the low. Then we have Emerson and Viper. TMC is somewhere in the mid-tier section. Flash Force Industries comes just under top place. Then in top place, currently we have Arctis. The Arctis C222 holds the top spot. And that is where the Pentagon Wolf are going to sit, right next to Arctis, which, if you saw that review, I said at the end of that, they were contenders to beat Crye. I still stand by that, and I'm confident in saying that Pentagon sits at the same level and is also a contender to take the top spot from Crye Precision. But again, that is just my opinion. If you don't agree, or you have any comments or questions about the Pentagon Wolf trousers, I'd love to hear them. Put them down below in the comments and I'll take a look. The next video in the list is going to be the Pentagon Lycos compact trouser. Lycos, which I believe means wolf in another language and is also a really crap search engine, is sort of a budget version of the Wolf trouser with all of the same aesthetics and coming in at a much more affordable price point, but as a result lacking in a lot of the features. But that, of course, is a tale for another time. A side note to this video, I've literally shot the whole thing 5 times now. The first time I shot the whole thing in my kitchen, B-roll and all, I didn't like the video. Then, when we were proper in the middle of a lockdown, I reshot it all at home again on a super thin colorama that I extended digitally. Only issue, the digital extension kept cropping out my arms and the pants, so that was a bust. Then I shot it again up in the attic in front of my patch wall. It looked gash. I even went back to the studio a couple of months ago and shot it properly, but without a script or notes, and it really felt waffly and just didn't have the pertinent information. So here we are, the final version with the teleprompter. And maybe, hopefully you guys will get to see this version. Anyway, That's it from me. Hit subscribe if you want to see the Lycos review and more airsoft and gear related content. And as always, I'm Magaz. And remember kids, the air may be soft, but our balls are hard.